going on? YouTube world. Michael. Steve. I'm Dave. IRP 246. Like when I put the placeholder up, it seemed for the next 3 or 4 days, all I saw was the same sort of videos being posted. I'm like, wow, this is. I'm not gonna say blatant because again, a lot of people have the same sort of thoughts, but it seemed like it was blatant. So, talk about like the gambling aspect of cards, the hobby, and then the collecting aspect, which again, it just seems like a ton of people have done it. So you see a lot of those videos up. Some of them you watch, some you don't. It's like, holy buckets of balls. Like, what is going on? But we'll give our 2 cents, and maybe you can double or nothing on FanDuel. What's going on, Brian? Michael may recap a bit. He went to Ryan and Neil, their shop, RBI Crew 7. They had not like this, again, as long as you can keep it, the rotation where people, and again, I know Ryan will do a good job with that. What's going on, Jeff? I won't even say dealers. Some may have been, but I'm thinking people that collect, the Paul, Lizard, that, and just parting with stuff. Again, just sort of, if you're going to be around that spot, if you're going to be around St. Louis, Columbia, I don't know if something's down in Cape Girardeau or somewhere over that way. But again, you guys in Kansas City, you guys have a pretty strong little network on what is it, I-70 there. So it's
mm-hmm.
If you're going to have people going there, to have like a quasi card show inside a card shop, and Ryan not charging these dudes to set up. I mean, you don't hear that shit. That because people are going to come in there anyway. Because again, you touted this card shop. It's not the stupid the Jeff Wilson fucking money pit or even Card Collector 2. I don't like that new setup they've got. I like looking in jewelry cases at cards. I don't want to have some stupid erect thing in the middle. I don't, because then I have to kneel down to see what's on the bottom. I can't fucking kneel. My stomach will hit the floor and I'll be stuck. So,
not just that just seems like something that's going to get bumped into all the time.
Yeah.
I thought that was strange myself.
I'm just like, I get it for space because he doesn't have as big of a space. But in the same sense, it's like that just seems like trouble afoot, literally. So,
yeah, to me, if you don't have a lot of space, you should try to keep everything on the borders.
Keep a perimeter so you can keep people moving in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But people are going to go to Ryan's shop regardless. It's not like it's out of the way and people are like, I don't know if I want to go there. It's become a destination for collectors in that region, and people that have known him and Neil and Tyson for the number of years that we've known them. So to have that in that space and that side room, back room, whatever it was, to have people just set up like a table. You don't need you're not going to get 6 tables or whatever. You're just going to get one.
You get 2 showcases. You can put 2 showcases out. You get a table and you can fit 2 showcases on it.
You can do a showcase.
And it even looked like Ryan supplied the showcases for some people.
I don't know. He may have.
Well, because like it was a reel on Instagram, and like he went around the setup for the card show. Some tables didn't have showcases, but some tables did. They were empty though. So I can only assume that Ryan even potentially supplied the display cases for some people who may not have had them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw the one guy. The one guy at the end had just everything on the table. Like when they
Yeah.
went in and like looped around, and then where you were at was sort of across from
Yeah,
him.
the table that was closest by the side entrance,
Mhm.
with all the stuff on the table, it was all IP stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
So I found that odd, but I'm like, okay, if everybody's got showcases, that if everybody brought them, oh my God, that's terrible. I mean, I understand if Ryan would have done that for them, and even if you charge like a $5 fee, that ain't much. Again, peace of mind for everybody, just doubling down on security, and again, you just never know these days. It doesn't matter if there's been nothing there or not. What you got for security, whatever it is. But to have that happen, that you don't see most of the shit you see is a trade night, and you didn't see Ryan there doing the usual peddling. People come in if they've got specific things. Maybe they go over there first. Hey, maybe I can trade here. If not, I know I can set up with Tyson or Screwmanic and talk to them guys and figure out something over on this side. I mean, I'm looking to move the cards. I don't care where I move them. I just want to get either money or shit I want, and then whoever's got it, we'll go there. But it was nice to see a lot of people seemingly show up, and
from my from my understanding, all the Clay Matthews stuff that I had sold to Tyson was immediately sold to one of the guy that was set up there. And I knew he was a Packers guy because he was wearing a Packers hat. But I didn't even think they'd, go to him and try to sell anything. I was like, I just want to go to Tyson because I already knew what I wanted on that stuff particularly. I was like, I'm going to make this easy for you. This stack right here, I want $50 a piece for everything that's in here. And that's what I want. And I know there's plenty of money for you to make on it.
yeah.
And that was easy. There was no discussion with that at all. But yeah, the guy who was set up there, he's the guy I bought the Jake LaMotta autograph off of. He's the one who ended up buying. He messaged me on Instagram saying, "Hey, I bought all the Packers stuff you sold." I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But no, it was a really cool idea, and it's great that Ryan has the space to do it.
Yes.
Where a lot of shops don't. And I'll tell you, it was busy. The whole time I was there, it was steady, busy, busy, busy. It never felt claustrophobic. You never felt like there was too many people anywhere. And that was really nice. I mean, I was telling Steve before we went live, my only complaint was because there were so few people set up in there at the show, and then you had people that there were a couple young kids who literally for an hour that I was there, they walked up to this one specific table, put their stuff down on top of the showcases, and were there working on a deal for at least an hour. And it was all for downtown bullshit. That's what it was. One of the two showcases the guy had was nothing but downtowns. I didn't get to see what was in the second one because the kid's stuff was sitting on top of it. So I don't even know what that guy had. I'm assuming he probably had some nice stuff based on the fact that he had all those downtowns. But I don't think if there was anything there that Ryan I would have thought I wanted, he would ask me if I saw it in there.
Yeah.
There was a 2014, the guy that bought the Packers stuff. There was a 2014 Flawless Greats vertical patch auto of Brett Favre in there. And it was just the version out of 25. And I was like, well, it's great to see a card like that, but I want something with hollow foil. I want a gold one eventually. I'll find one. But Ryan had asked me if I'd seen, that one. I'm like, yeah, I saw it. It's just not what I'm really looking for if I'm going to spend that kind of money. But there was variety. There was something of every sport or non-sport. I mean, there was a guy that set up there that had one whole area that was nothing but Pokemon. So that would have interested me. I looked through that case. I didn't find what I wanted, but his other case that I went to, looked into it. It's where I saw that Hope Solo and bought that in the first 5 minutes I was there.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. He had a price tag on it, and I asked him if it had 70 on it. I was like, take 60? He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, there you go. I was pumped for that because literally 2 days prior to that, I was on eBay looking for Hope Solo autos. So to actually go in there, walk in and see him, like, well, damn, that's great.
Yeah.
Because I put 2 of her cards on my watch list. One was a really nice Obsidian patch auto, I think like out of 5 or 9, something like that. It was really nice. And then the other was a Ginter, which is what I ended up buying. Because it was listed on eBay for $100. Buy it now. I didn't have the best offer. I'm like, I'll just put it on my watch list, see if they offer me a discount or something. But didn't have to because I was able to get that. But the way they have everything set up there is so nice. And as far as the shop, there's everything you could want to find in there as well. Baseball, football, basketball. There's a soccer section. There's hockey. There's tons of wrestling. There's a lot of variety in there in their showcases. And then they have the one that Ryan shows all the time, the new goodies case that they're constantly moving stuff in and out of. There was a lot of stuff I liked that in my old days, I would have probably bought 4 or 5 other cards just because I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll get that. But I'm picky now.
Well, you have that luxury of being able to be picky now.
Yeah. Yep. I just decided if the way I'm going to collect, I'm only going to try to buy things that I don't want to sell.
And me, I'm the exact opposite. I'm buying shit. I'll show it because
that card's awesome. What is that from?
2000 Skybox Dominion Milestones 6-card set. I've got 2 in hand of the 6. I showed Lowest Rung, Cardboard Underground. They dropped a price on me, dropped an offer, and then I countered and they took it right away. So I'm like, I got a half of the set, and it's a milestone because again, these cards were again 1999 milestones.
Okay.
So they're odds of 1 in 1,999.
Wow.
And I had never seen them before. Again, going through the back end during my list, I'm like, what in God's name is this? Because again, get some flex out there, some clout, some information. I sort of look at it as the same. Again, not serial numbered, but you had Dominion. That was about as akin to Collector's Choice or UD Choice as you can get. They're just like a base score, like the 99 cent, $1.29 a pack, or 149. I liken them to like a StarQuest Gold.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, I'd rather have a StarQuest Gold, but at some of this stuff, I'm like, I didn't even know these were a thing. What's going on, LA Pats? So I got him. I got everybody's. I'll show it to everybody. Put myself on mute because I don't even see it on there.
Here, let me help you here. Considering they actually like change the stuff. There you go.
Yeah, I just see like mute, remove, and then.
Well, they changed it. It's now maximize or minimize.
Oh. There's Clemens.
Yeah, that's Clemens, and again on the back.
Was his milestone 300 wins or what?
Consecutive wins.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't even say when was the hit. 3,000 hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I can see it at the top there. Okay.
So those two, I got another one coming in. I don't know
Is
if
it
I
also
showed
in, is it also embossed?
Yes, it's like that seal, almost like a seal you have on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see all the depth. Yeah, I've never seen that set before.
This was one that,
Mm-hmm.
again,
TD edition. Yeah.
which there are a lot that are the bankruptcies had the $100 sticker on it, but
That one is
One.
not a bankruptcy.
Nope, that's a real one. 1 of 8.
and then so one card I didn't have, and then or I'd ever seen, and then two. This was one on Instagram.
On card. Sign of the times. Nice.
Sign of the Times. Out of 2010 Upper Deck SP Baseball. But those who remember, Upper Deck's license was pulled
Mm-hmm.
after they released the regular base set. So
Somehow that one got out, and I don't care how.
no.
Right.
And again, yeah, I don't even remember. He's an Eagles collector that I think I made another deal with previously. I don't know if I sold him something or I bought something. Oh, I bought a Premier '07 Annabelle Sanchez, I think, and then Johnson, the 25 dual auto, for like $10 ship. He's just like, your Josh Johnson collection is ridiculous. And I said, yep. I appreciate like the comments because again, the collector people that know what it takes to amass a collection of one player is difficult enough. Again, you could sit there and say, well, it's Josh Johnson. You can say, let's say Bill Romanowski or Clay Matthews. Again, people, they're in the spotlight for periods of time, but it's not, oh, it's not Griffey, Jordan, quote, the GOATs. It's not all your people that you would associate and assume novice fans would know about, but that doesn't lessen
The time and effort.
that and just like the constant like trying to make a deal. Like people start knowing you like the guy. Some people are assholes about it and like I'm gonna try to squeeze every drop of blood from this turnip. I'm like, I'll pay you more than anyone else. Don't worry about that. I'm stupid. We've all
Yeah.
those poker chips are all in the middle of the table. We know that. I'm all in. But when I had a price in mind, I'm like 40, 45 for something I've never seen. And again, that probably shouldn't have been released. And he's just like thinking between 30 and 50. I said, whatever you want, man. We're in the right ballpark. So he said 45, like whatever it was, the $7 shipping. And I'm like, yeah, again, it doesn't matter. We're right where we need to be. So I'm more than fine.
Yep.
So yeah, to find that. And then it's been a lot of shit coming in. I mean, it's not all those last stack. I think we're all these two in like the last week. But again, those two were like the most out of all that stuff. There's Griffey in there, there's Sosa in there, there's McGuire, A-Rod, a lot of players. And John,
I happen to know what's in that.
Well, I know there's a shirt in here, but I don't know exactly what the thing is that Ryan said he bought. So
I do. It's neat.
It's still. Yeah, he texted me last Saturday, not this past Saturday, the week prior,
Yeah.
asking for my address. So, of course, I gave it to him, and he's like, "What size shirt do you wear?" I'm going to include a shirt too. So, I let him know I had it. I was hoping to actually make the time and get something recorded between the time it was delivered on Wednesday till now, and just haven't been able to. But it's been sitting here staring at me.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Jeter, I got Jeter.
Of course, I would have been satisfied even if he just said, "I didn't buy you jack shit, but I'm sending you a shirt." Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So, yeah, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man, I ain't seen that name in forever. Eric Munson.
The Warp Tech.
Yeah, that Warp Tech stuff is awesome. Bright spots.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Jita.
So yeah,
that stuff I haven't seen some of that shit, but then again, it's not that I saw a lot of baseball stuff either.
Oh, that's Brady. Yeah, I knew. I saw the sideburn.
Flashback.
That gold.
just a Ripken. It got whoever like of the year that they're playing, and then back to their rookie year.
That's pretty awesome.
And cheap. Very cheap. I think, and again, I'm not. Some of them I don't want to show because I don't know. I guess in the end I don't care. Because again, I just don't have all the money in the world. Or if I did, I'd be buying Terrell Davis 101 logo patches and 101 bar Rogers dual logo patch out of something. And be buying Vinny 20 fucking patch autos of Lemuta 5. And if I had all the money in the world. But since I don't, again, and that's the worst part. Going through, because I've been looking up A-Rod. A lot of A-Rod stuff. A lot of classic 91, 92, 93 stuff. Football, I mean, I get sidetracked all the time. Like yesterday, I don't know if it's NFL Vault or NFL Throwback. They have compilations that are like Carlos streams and our streams long. Like I'm in the middle of like a 4-hour. What's going on, Orlando? 4-hour thing of like just dudes chucking it for touchdowns. So I mean, you're seeing it's from 2010 to 2019. So I'm just like, oh Jesus, this is gonna be trouble. I'm gonna start like, oh Christ, I haven't thought of him, and that was what I did yesterday. Like I haven't heard the name Vincent Brown in a long time. So I'm like, hey, let's check what he's got. Hey, there's a Stafford to Kelvin Johnson, but there's Brandon Pettigrew. Man, I haven't heard that name in a while. Let's take a peek. And I'm like, I threw some on the watch list, but that was it. I'm like, no. If something's dirt cheap, Devery Henderson. So it's huge on him too. So I'm like, let's check some of that stuff out. And it's like, there's like stuff that's like 5 to 10, and I'm like,
Yeah, should be super cheap.
It is, but I want it cheaper because again,
Devery
I've spent enough on guys that's had flashes in the pan in a good year or two. I don't need to do that anymore. But some of that Vincent Brown stuff, I'm like, oh shit, those National Treasures cards are the one that's up to 5, I think.
But that's
One
your
that's up to-
style, though, Dave. The
It
shit
is,
bags.
but again, you don't want to pay $35-$40 for Vincent Brown. Josh Johnson, Dennis Northcutt, MSW, McCown, Kerry Cup. All those, every one of those guys, I have no problem. But it's like
AJ
the
Venegas.
yeah, it's all like the third tier of those guys. I'm like, somewhere there's going to be a cap. I mean, if there's nothing else to pick up again, or I had all the money in the world, yeah, buy it now. Come on down. But yeah, it's just looking at that stuff, looking up all the baseball, which again, I go back and I think that's probably the stuff I opened the most. Because that was what was always available from like April until October. Because then really like you had whatever at the end of the year, and then or then football came out. Well, Tyrone, that stuff wouldn't even be available. I mean, I wouldn't even. I'd love to have all that stuff too, at the prices I got it. But if you had all that stuff now on those groups, it would be 8 times what I paid for it. I know that because I mean it, and that'd be lucky if it was only 8 times. What's going on, Steve? Good seeing you here, my friend.
Yeah, those were definitely the days.
That not whole gang?
No, this is a home run fever out of Crown Royale.
Okay.
With cheese.
You probably won't see it. I think it's like 374.
74.
And it's, I don't know if it's like the old, I don't think it's like the old action pack where that diamond you'd rub on the back. It was heat sensitive, but then it would go back.
Right.
I think you do that to this and it exposes it for good, because I've seen a couple that are exposed. I'm like, I don't want that. I want the sort of like the old McDonald's scratch offs. What do you get for the value of whatever coupon you're using or whatever? I want the original as yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since you watched live. It's good. We need the algorithm.
Yeah.
Do we though?
I love this one where it was again the other Josh Johnson, but they listed it as a pink refractor.
Yeah, that's red.
Yeah. They dropped it. I think it was like $24.99, like the original price of $29.99, and it said item reduced by whatever, like $20. So it must have been $29.99, like 23 or $24 down to $6. And I'm like, yes, sir. That's
Yes, please.
if I saw it at a show for $10, I would buy it at a show for $10. So that's another.
That's another great card, great set.
Clean design.
And again, those aren't incredibly tough.
Ben Grieve.
With a metal.
I don't think base shredders when I think Ben Grieve.
Well, that one, the only reason that is because it's a piece of the base, not an actual
right.
Lofton, Otis Nixon, Vince Coleman, Ricky Henderson. There's like the Griffey.
Here's the Griffey. Yeah, that's a neat set.
Oh, that's cool.
And again, you want to take any advice, load up on those. They are fucking cheap, and it's one every 2 boxes, 1 in 72. So Again, I think I got the Griffey for like $4 shipped. Tell me where other over $1 Griffey you can get.
Oh, Marquise. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah. No ma.
Yeah. Garcia Pa. them Bostonians.
Oh man.
That's
I
cool.
had a couple of those. I had 2 of the A-Rods.
And again, cheap as fuck because it's like a 1 in 18.
My nickname for a totally different reason. That's
cool looking.
Pacific Cup.
Kramer's choice odds on those.
721. Well, at least historically they were.
The 94, 95 4 scores.
That's cool looking.
When things were limited.
Yeah.
Barry. Yeah, that's just a cool ass design, man. How big's the checklist, Dave?
10 maybe?
Okay.
Not many. Because again, you think you got to have people that have been around for a little bit. Because it was either 97 or 98 for that set. Might have been 90. Again, I know the print is just so
Tiny.
97. So you figure you want to have people around at least 6, 7 years.
Right.
So I think Frank's in there, Ripton's in there. No, Boggs is in there.
Die cut, I'm assuming.
Die cut and like the film cell here, or the cell acetate.
Oh.
You really can't see it. See there.
I can see it. It shows up.
So
see that card right there.
But it's still
that set would be really cool to send off and get IP autographs on. It has the perfect spot for them on that baseball.
Yeah.
Andy
Stankiewicz. Tell me what other channel you're going to see Andy Stankiewicz on. I'll wait.
There's an X Fractor.
I think that's
coincidence. That is copy 297.
It probably is. 297. 150. Couple more for the. No, I threw it in there already, but
yeah, you were showing me this. Those things are awesome.
Ron Wright, former Braves prospect. I think he got traded to Pittsburgh. Never really worked out. You won't be able to see, but I think he went to the Expos too. I don't know if it was in the Pedro deal or not. Carl Pavano.
That's just cool.
He had a good career. Dante Bichette.
The 97 Stadium Pure Gold. Danielle.
That classic stuff that you were numbered just like the other one.
Yep. And then got Tverdovsky too. Because it's all, again, 4 sports, so everybody's in there. There's Radek Bonk, I think, is in there. Jason, I think it's Bonsignor. Jeff O'Neill. And Tverdovsky. former Mighty Duck that played a long time. I'm waiting on 3 of the people. 3 of I got a lot of 3 more of these, but
God, I love that set.
Team Tomorrow.
I just love Dufex.
Yeah. That set and then the Zenith rookie roll call are 2 of my all-time favorites. That green.
Yep.
Looks incredible.
So Brian Hodges, if you're still in here, pick up a Manning. You aren't gonna regret it. I think those are only like $3-4 too. So again,
Just
A-Rod. I might have several of A-Rods. So somebody below don't buy one.
Chan-Ho Park or Hideo Nomo?
There you are.
Is it Nomo? Yeah.
Nomo, which would have been a huge card again back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything Nomo was huge.
Terrible picture in Johnny Damon. I mean,
Yep, with the Royals.
And then again, you want a cool looking Jeter.
Yep. That skinny little kid Jeter.
Right.
So yeah, there's been a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's more that I'm.
You have stashed somewhere that you don't know where you put it.
I stack them up somewhere and say, okay, I got to integrate everything together. Go through the notebook. Start marking shit off the notebook so I don't buy the 13th copy of the A-Rod Team Tomorrow. It just, again, I know, yeah, that's Jason Bond Sr. there, not the Tverdovsky. That's Bond Sr. there. But I don't know. I know it's not going to be worse shit.
That's not the point.
I'm getting there.
I figured that that's the path you were going to take, but just in case.
I know the stuff at some point I'm sure I'll part with it all, or it won't be like the JJ stuff. That's never going anywhere. But that's what I've seen. And again, it's not always the whole hobby, the whole world of collecting. Sports card collecting, it seems like it's the most prevalent. Where I just want to get, I've got a Staubach downtown. I want to get money into a JJ McCarthy downtown. Pay up plus that. I want to get into Drake May downtown. Pay up to get that. There's no, what I see from the young generation, and again, there's going to be a lot of discussion about like possibilities why. I just don't see them, even if we go back to, let's say, 15 years ago, collecting like an AP, collecting a Gore, collecting Megatron, Prince. You can still collect those guys even in that time frame and not murder your bank.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick up rookies and still. I mean, you might not get a patch to auto 25 for cheap, but an elite Trips rookie number to whatever it was, $9.99, $4.99. That's not going to cost you probably more than anything. Not even graded. That's going to be another subject we're going to broach tonight because a lot of the stuff doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I've talked about it before. They literally, when there's a lot of kids and younger kids, when they talk about their collection, they don't talk about it in terms of, what players they have or what specific cards they have. They tell you how many slabs they have.
Mhm.
It's like that's not a thing. I don't care that you have 270 slabs.
Yeah.
That
If anything
doesn't.
I want,
Yeah,
you can have 1,000.
yeah. Looking for slabs, $5 to $10 shipped. I've seen that before. And I'm like, why? Because somehow along the way they've been, I would say, brainwashed.
Yep.
I mean, brainwashed into thinking that that's what you should collect. Raw cards don't make sense to young kids. And like you're talking about, starting out with something to get into higher, try to build towards, they don't do that because that's not good content. They just want the end product so they can show it off in a 15-second TikTok and then sell it or flip it.
But yet they also fail to realize that I'm not going to use the term junk slab era.
But that's what it is.
We're getting close. I don't think we're fully there yet.
Well, that's just because PSA bulk from 2022 still hasn't come in yet.
Yeah, wait till those come in.
Yeah, once all the bulk orders come out,
then
that's what I'm alluding to. Like, we are extremely close to where slabs, they're almost going to be worthless. I mean, if you really put things into perspective.
Yeah, most of them are.
A base rookie slab, or a semi-star slab or a star slab, or like, yes, there was a time in which that brought some sort of intrinsic additional value.
Yeah.
But when there's 65,000 of them,
yeah,
there's not 65,000 people in this world that want one of those cards.
Yeah, a copy of that specific card. It's just not a thing.
Unless you're Dave, and Dave wants all of them, regardless if they're slabbed, raw, beat to shit. He doesn't care. But that's not the majority. And I've never understood why that's the driving force for a lot of the younger generation. It's, yes, for certain cards, slabbed make a difference, but it's still a smaller percentage in the scheme of the entire space.
Yeah.
So, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. I just never thought that slabs would become a term that's used to describe quantity of something that you have. Type thing. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Yes, but it also makes you wonder, because, like, and then I'm speaking for myself, but yeah, I have 200 slabs. Oh, okay, well that's and
of who and what
of who, what sport? We talking
grade?
patch autos? We talking rookies? What are we talking? We talking gym mint 10s? We talking 9s, 8s, 7s, 2s? Like, what are we talking?
We're talking prison. We're talking prison base cards.
It's like anybody could amass that from a X number of slabs, but again, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I've got 20 slabs. I probably don't even have that many. but I can at least tell you probably what all of them are.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how. I have actually way more than I thought I had. I probably have probably somewhere in the 20 range.
And I may have 20 when I actually, because I have multiple rookies that are slabbed, just because of collections acquired over all the years. I have others that are slabbed authentic because that's how I purchased them. Things along those lines. But again, it's not that I purchased it because they're slabbed. I purchased it because I wanted the fucking card. Slab was irrelevant. Grade was irrelevant. I needed the card, and it just so happened that the one that was available at that point in time was graded.
I have 18. I have 18 of them.
I have them in two different places, so it would take me a little bit more time to go count.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I take that back. I have them in 4 different places because
I think I have some more of them in the closet that are just. I think I have some clay rookie autos that are, BGS 9510s. I think I've got a handful of them in the closet that I need to get out and sell because I'm not keeping them.
Because for the base insert parallel TD boxes, like if I have slabbed versions of cards, they're actually in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So I have those, which again are smaller quantities, but then I have those that are autos and patch autos and that type of stuff. And then I have like all the rookies. So I said 20. It's probably not too far off.
Yeah.
But, again, like since when has that been some sort of quantitative sort of metric for anybody's collection?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Nor do I.
Because you're doing the price of what it costs to grade the card. People are almost thinking in terms of if I can get a slab for $5-10. Man, I know it costs 20
X amount.
slab. It's like, but again, that shouldn't be even like included in that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be part of the thought process.
But it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different perspective. Back in the day, okay, I can't say really back in the day because it hasn't been that long ago. Dave using the term, I picked this up for less than a blaster.
Yeah.
That being from a monetary perspective, great analogy type situation of here you are because when retail was stupid, you couldn't get it. Things were inflated. And even if you could get something, they were still expensive during that time. Comparative to then comparative to now. Because like Panini just keeps upping the prices on shit. But Dave leveraging that analogy put things into perspective. Yeah. It's that actually had some sort of beneficial connotation of what he was trying to convey to those people watching. Not the same in talking about your collection and the number of slabs that you got.
Yeah, like I got 30 slabs. Well, what the hell's a Tom Brady PSA 6 2015 Topps Chrome? I mean, who cares? I don't care if that's in there. That doesn't mean anything. Again, especially if you're putting a Zion or one of these other fucking cases. It's like,
yeah, when there's 35,000 that are graded, like I'll say it again. Yes, there are a significant number of people in the space that probably want a Zion Prism rookie graded.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's 35,000 of them, there are not 35,000 people in this world that want one.
Now, if it was a Zion meal plan for the day, that would equal the calories that he ate in the day. But watching these videos, and again, I try not to. I've at least gotten to the point where I'm not just like pissed off and Vinny and I are shooting shit back and forth. Did you see this? No, I've said I genuinely want to see what some of these people are picking up. Because again, as much as I hate home ec clothes, he picks up a lot of shit that we would enjoy. Santiago. A lot of stupid shit, but a lot of stuff where again it's like 90s stuff, 2000 stuff, game use patch, low numbered parallels, whatever. So I'm curious. Like same with the one that looks like he's going to be 11 for the end of time. Ryan, card collector 2. They pick up shit that I have a genuine interest in, even if it's not of a player I want to pick up.
Right.
So I watch this shit. And then you have people on there like, oh, I got this gold downtown number to 10, PSA 9, the ungraded sold for this. And like, there should be no premium. There's 10 of them. That there should be no premium if it's a 10. There should be no premium if it's a 9, an 8. It doesn't matter. There's 10 fucking cards. That's like grading a 101 plate. I mean, well, a different 101 plate sold for this, and this is a PSA 7. This should sell for more because it's graded. Your logic is beyond flawed. I've always understood like older cards. Grade those, okay. The authenticity. That's where I'm very. I want to make sure that's a real card. Because again, my vintage game isn't 100%. What'd you see in the old Beckett's? 86 Donruss. Beware counterfeit Canseco's. And I mean, this was like in the early 90s because they were 120 going up or going down because of Madonna and baseball's going off his head and getting traded and whatever.
Well, 80, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had the same for 85 Fleer, Clemens, and Puckett rookies. Beware of counterfeits.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm always in that ballpark of like, we can sit here and debate eye appeal. You like centering, or I like centering, you like corners, you like edges, snowing, whatever, on like a lot of the old shit. I'd rather have a graded authentic if it's a beat to shit copy. I mean, you could sit there and try to like knock me down on price, but at the same time, I feel better knowing that's a real card, that it came out of a pack at some point in time. To grade a downtown, a Joe Burrow, let's say it sells for whatever, $2,000 ungraded. If it sells for $5,000 because it's a 9.5, that's ludicrous. Why? Because of an assigned grade? Don't give me this. Oh, it's a case hit. This shit's coming out of absolute fucking retail at Walmart. These aren't like hobby exclusive like you used to have. That's why I'm going through that magazine, and when I see the odds of shit, okay, that's hobby. That's Series 2 retail. This is Series 3, whatever, KB Toys or whatever it would be. You have something that's like really niche, like a 7-Eleven. Out of 7-Eleven packs, magazine packs. I mean, you have all these different quantifiers back in the day where some of the stuff, perfect thing, Pinnacle Skylines. So the Griffey, and again, I didn't look where it went. It was over 500 for a 1 in 23 magazine pack insert. 1 in 23. But considering those packs, because they weren't. I found downstairs in the basement my jumbo box, the 92 Fleer. It wasn't the jumbo packs, but it was like whatever it was, 18 cards a pack. But they were in the box that looked like it was the magazine rack at like your local drugstore. It had like the 8-packs on top, the 8 on the bottom, or whatever the quantity was, and that's where you got the Skyline built. So you didn't see those. You always saw what? Pop that top, dig in. With 24, 36 cone. So, yes, those are rarer, but I mean, they printed enough Pinnacle 96 because I'm buying enough Pinnacle 96 that I'm feeding that, but it's like, would I rather have a Skyline's Griffey where I know that it's going to be something that's going to be incredibly tough, or do I get a Drake May Downtown where I see in every fucking showcase that has modern football at any show that's of significance, Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert, Drake May, Jalen Hurts, fucking Brady, Staubach, Earl Campbell's got one. You have your pick of the litter of that stuff.
Yep.
Terry Bradshaw has one. No, he's got an Uptown, I think.
Well, whatever they are,
Doesn't matter. I know where you're going.
I'd rather have something.
The interesting thing, though,
innovative technology at the time.
Yeah, I want something that whenever I walk, I was going to say, I want something when I walk into a card show that I'm going to have to wonder if there's one there. Not like you said with kabooms and downtowns and everything. Any card show you go to, if there's one you're looking for, 5 people in the room probably have it. You're not going to have a hard time finding one. And
probably 2 are graded. So, I mean, you have a choice of what you want.
Well, and the fact of the matter is, and we've preached this for a while too, and it's like I feel like we're playing a broken record at times. Early on, the whole kaboom and downtown thing, color blast, cool concept, cool idea. We'll call it innovative, even though it's stealing from other past products, because let's face it, there's nothing fucking new about any of this shit. It's all regurgitation. Early on, nice looking stuff. Definitely case hits. They were a lot harder to find and to locate. You may see a handful of a certain player on eBay at those initial first years. Well, as a card manufacturer, how many times do we have to bring this up? Oh, these were a big hit. Okay, let's expand the checklist. Let's make it fucking 2 times the size. Let's put them in retail. Let's drive the freaking revenue so we can sell as much shit as possible.
Yeah.
Hello? With 2024, the fact that uptowns and downtown duels, or whatever fucking terminology they use, granted, yes, I have one. I was super pumped to pull it. But 2024 Panini product, both hobby and retail, they mass produced the living fucking shit out of it, and everybody was opening it because people saw chance of downtowns, up downs, case hits were being pulled.
Mm-hmm.
So they just produced more of it. So they're case hits, but there's so much product out there that's been opened. They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they just because I know if you go to try to find like 20, I think it's 2018 Donruss was the first year of the downtowns. I think that's what it was. They're super difficult to find and they're very expensive. Like you said, the problem is they saw that and then just started making tons of them. And the problem to me is quit putting the same players in the set every fucking year.
Yep. Change it up. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have, 5 different years of kabooms of the same player. And not just 5 different years. We've got vertical and we've got horizontal.
Yep. And then you start getting the parallel numbered versions.
So far they've only done gold and green, but actually they're done. I mean, they don't have
for
anymore.
Yeah, for kabooms, but look at downtowns.
Oh yeah.
You know,
they have an optic and they have them in regular Donruss or whatever.
Yeah, and Black Pandora, they've got gold, they've got gold vinyl, they've got white sparkle, give me a fucking
they have
break.
white Pandora too.
But it's like, but again, people buy it up because for whatever reason they love what they are. Great.
You know why?
Because other people tell them it's cool.
There's that. And
Jeff
they
Wilson,
sell.
I'm looking for kabooms and case hits and downtown and uptown and color blasts.
But
and then you
sell.
hear Ryan. And then you hear King of Cards. And then you hear Comac Clothes. You hear everybody. I spent $10,000. I spent $100,000 on case hits at a show. It's like, okay, let's see what you got. Any Kramer's Choice in there? Nope. Don't care then. Sorry.
Well, no, because Kramer's Choice don't fetch $5,000. Some of them
somebody hasn't decided that they're cool yet.
Well, some of them would. I mean, we all know, like, graded high grade of Emmett or Favre or anybody.
But we're not the target audience. We're not buying the bullshit repack products.
Correct.
Because that's all they buy these things for. They don't buy them to collect them and put them in their showcase to sell. They put them in repack products and just mark it up even more.
And that...
Well, we used to call them mystery packs.
Yeah.
I go back, we've talked about it way too many times. The boba packs, where you at least, if you're spending $150, whatever it was, because again, there's a couple different tiers, you weren't getting, you spend $50, you weren't getting like 10 packs of Topps Chrome as your thing. That wasn't, if I want a Topps Chrome, I buy Topps Chrome. You're getting a couple patch cards or a patch auto that's like numbered to 10. Maybe it's a Dorothy Levens at the time. But it's a 3-color chunky patch of a Packers uniform, which rarely ever happens. You somehow got that. People might be like, and then you got maybe an auto of a rookie that looked good. Maybe a Ray Rice SP Signature Edition to like $99. But you look at the value on eBay, and that's probably like a $40 thing at the time. You weren't getting raked over the coals. A lot of time, Tyson would show pack by pack, like, hey, this is one pack.
Yeah.
A lot of time, he would just sit there. Oh, God, I mean, yeah, when he did that, you didn't even have to, Tyson would say, what, at noon?
Well, he'd
email me, and
he'd put a preview video out.
Yep, he would always do a preview.
Yep, this is just a sampling.
Yep.
So, like, you didn't know everything. You didn't even see all the case hits.
No.
But it was it's because we all knew that they were fucking great.
Yeah. Well, who was his partner? I can't remember. His name was Pat, but what was his last name?
I don't remember. Well, Patrick.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his last name was.
Yeah, me neither.
Sith Lord Pat was his YouTube name also, even though most people didn't even know that.
Correct.
But like you said, Dave, like, here was the preview. The sign-up video goes up at whatever time, this day, whatever time, Eastern Standard Time. Like, get in quick, because, like, they would sell out within a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Minutes. And he's still, like, the most you can buy is, like, depending on the size, the most you can buy is 2. The most you can buy is 3.
Yep.
So there was always a cap because that was something that I feel like both Patrick and Tyson wanted. They didn't want somebody to come in and buy all of it. So they always would cap the number of packs.
Because that takes the fun out of it. And
Exactly.
they also knew they were giving you great value on these. So they didn't want a dealer to come in, buy them all, and flip them.
Yep. You like at the worst, you would lose between $10 and $15 a pack.
Yeah. If that.
And that was the worst. And there weren't very many.
No.
Because like Tyson spent so much time really working to make it the most value for everybody.
And even if it was like right at cost or right below, at least one of the cards in there that you're getting was just going to be a cool kick-ass card.
Yes.
And you would have been happy with it.
Yep.
There were no,
there were no shit packs. Like
correct.
And that's the thing. Yes, you weren't always going to get your money back. That's not how the shit works.
Correct.
No.
And for anybody who thinks that that's ever a thing, they need to get out of the space, because it's no different than buying a box, buying a pack, buying mystery packs, buying into a break, buying repack products. It's all fucking gambling. It's the same thing with mystery packs back in our heyday. The only difference was in our day, people actually gave a shit and wanted to make sure that you weren't walking away literally being fucking pissed off. I spent $30. I got $5 worth of shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, they wanted return customers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep, they built up.
They wanted to be spreading some hobby cheer, but they also wanted to have it as like a side business where I don't have to go to a card show and dicker with fucking people. I can put this stuff into these packs. I know I've got, in the last video, if we sold 30, I've got 57 comments. So if we put out another 30,
I wish I would have joined these. Damn it, I missed out.
Yeah, and then too, it's like, okay, I missed out. Now I've got to make sure that whenever this video drops, it again, like Black Friday used to be, Cyber Monday, you were sitting there and just refresh. Yeah, you were run out of fucking town.
100%.
And yes, it did happen.
$40 mystery packs, and you get a fucking score jersey of goddamn Matt Ryan. It's like that's an okay card, but if I'm spending $30, I want to get $20 in return.
And it was the same thing with. It was the same thing with every year at the, especially on Facebook and YouTube. A lot of those groups would have the Secret Santas.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And if
and shit like that,
there were certain ones where they literally, I mean, they make rules where you have to spend this much money at least, and you have to include cards, memorabilia, or there were certain requirements you had to meet, and it was kind of basically understood, especially in the bigger groups. It was understood that you didn't do the bare minimum,
right?
And because
you went above.
There were some ugly incidences over the years where somebody absolutely cleaned up, and the person that had them, or that that they had, got absolutely fucked. And there are multiple times where, behind the scenes, people put packages together to send off to somebody that got fucked really hard. And it's like, why even join if you even have any kind of question about whether or not you're sending enough?
It means you're not sending enough.
Exactly. You should have no question. It should be like, this person, I'm going to blow their mind. Yep. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. And the people that didn't view it that way didn't last long. They were banned from joining.
Well, and the hardest thing is, though, it's because let's face it, some things are open to interpretation. But when you, let's say the stipulation is, $50 value.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So again, based on interpretation, $50 value could mean they go spend $50, but yet it's not $50 in value.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not trying to justify or make excuses for people, but that's part of the issue in situations like that. For somebody like me, when I think value, it's like $50. Okay, well, I'm probably going to go buy something that's $100.
Yeah. So there's no question.
So there's no doubt. But on the flip side, then it's like, okay, well,
what
I did this, and now somebody else is like, well, I can't do that. I can't
But
spend
that
$100. But you get where I'm going with this. It's just that's why when you do something like that, it needs to be a small knit group.
Yeah.
Everybody actually understands the expectations.
and that's what it usually. And I know like the aces and eights because Kenny
That's the group he's talking about there. That was aces and eights.
Kenny Boggio, one of my guys I've known for fucking again 25 years. Big Raiders fan.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuff you would say, okay, if you've got this, what Michael just said, pictures, autograph photos, mini helmets, cards, even if you want to send like a travel mug, whatever they. But the thing is, and again, I don't know from that group per se what thinking most of it was because it's like this in every like Secret Santa. You give 3 to 5 guys, maybe a couple, 2 are your top guys. Like, hey, so whoever's running this shit. Say I send it to Grant. I want Kenny Stabler patch autos, or that's the stuff I'm really looking for. Bolitnikov, any old Raiders. If I want new ones, I want Marcus Allen, maybe Derek Carr. Again, I'm going from like 8 years ago. Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
And then mini helmets or what? And then you say, hey, well, I don't have a bobblehead. I'd be like, bobbleheads, maybe towels. Just if there's nothing, just be like, surprise me. I don't care. I've got a bunch of stuff. I'll be happy with whatever I get. But some people might say, I don't have 8x10s. I wouldn't mind adding 8x10s. I don't have programs. Maybe programs from like the 70s, 60s, whatever. You were specific, and then that was conveyed to whoever got your name.
Correct. They
So
made a
that
list.
way you could. It was basically a shopping list or a Christmas list instead of like, well, I don't know. I'll get him a Jamarcus Russell patch to 25, and what else here? Napoleon Kaufman autograph, okay. Rich Gannon autograph.
I was gonna say Rich Gannon.
So I mean, there's no real. It's a mystery what you get, but it's not going to be something where you're sitting and why did I fucking get those guys? Why did I get a Vince Evans fucking mini helmet? Why do I want a Vince Evans mini?
Yeah.
I mean, you get an Art Shell one. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Al Davis, that'd be incredible. Swerve and Mervyn Hernandez, cool. Tim Brown, cool. Jerry Rice on a Raiders one, cool. That's not good for the vintage community, crypto grifter.
Yeah.
That's a safe and smart investment, though. But that was always the thing. It wasn't like an unknown. You got in the Secret Santa. You had the only thing a lot of times I wish there was more of was time. It always seemed like it was in the beginning of December you started to get there. I'm like, man, that's with mail being what it is. And again, if we don't have the means to do it, don't get in. But you get people that are, like you said, if they want to mop up, that's like, I want to mop up this year. Well, you're going to mop up, and then we're going to mop the floor with you because you fucked somebody over.
typically,
Well,
I
Bill
think
came. I had to get the kids Christmas gifts, and the alternator in my car went. It's like, well, the alternator in your fucking brain went too, so you're done. So, but yeah, that's how that Secret Santa worked. It was never we're just playing guessing games and what you want. It's like you had to give specific things that were like of your peak interest at that time, so people could get you shit that you truly wanted, and that was truly things that you were going to be like, this is fucking awesome.
it's
Instead of,
it's crazy. I can remember the video, but I don't remember if it's Tyson or if it's Elon. But Grant had them one year and opened it up, and it's a giant box, and he's pulling out, tons of cards and everything, and then pulls out an entire fucking hockey skate signed by Ovechkin. I mean, it was, just incredible stuff.
and Grant and Elon have known each other forever too. So I
Yep.
mean, it's
Oh yeah,
come from all the same troublemakers on the Beckett message boards. That was again that.
Yep.
You want to talk about trouble on here, man? I mean,
you wanted T-Narg to get you.
yes. That was always.
He's
always fun
probably
to see.
Grant's probably the person I talk to in the hobby more than anybody. Grant and I go back and forth with cards and pictures of food.
No, that's one I haven't met, and I've been at the National 4 times, 3 in Chicago, still haven't met him.
Yeah.
Which again, that's why I told Elon, I said, if you're going to National, please let me know because I want to see you again. I haven't seen you in fucking forever, and we need to get the band back together. We haven't seen. There's a lot of people that haven't seen each other in that real old group.
It was crazy. The first one I went to, and I'm walking around, and then I'm like, "Holy shit, that's Tyson!" Yeah, Tyson NC there, tall son of a bitch. Didn't realize he was as tall as he was. That dude's huge.
Yep. And then Elon, on the other hand,
yeah, Elon is short.
Not so much.
Yeah, he's a short one. Grant's tall.
Dazzler too. I didn't realize he was that short.
Yeah. Yep.
Wish he'd come back in here and chat a bit.
Yeah,
I still can believe him and BT at the Nationals.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, John and I ran into Paul multiple times outside of the National. I know when we were getting ready to head home, it was Sunday morning, and we went down to the gas station to, get drinks and fill up and to leave. And Paul was in there getting coffee. Coffee or energy drinks. I don't remember what it was. But
no, that's the fun part. I mean,
yep.
And I'm hearing that a lot more too. And it's from people I don't believe mean it. Like my good friend, Team Schmedium. Him, and it's like, oh, it's all about building the connection. It's all about building the connection. Yeah, you can give shit away on camera. What do you do when you're not on camera? Well, how are you trying to start up a card shop? And I'm like, man, what have you done for an actual job?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing a whole hell of a lot of nothing. So when I hear we're just building the connections, I'm like, you're not though. You're giving away stuff so you're clout chasing. That's all you're doing. That's all you're fucking doing.
And those people that are all there and everything for all these giveaways, they're not going to be the ones giving you money.
No.
There's so many people out there that are only in groups, and you will only ever hear from them when freebies come around.
God.
That's a massive thing in the Facebook groups. It's hilarious because I know they've done it on purpose.
Yep.
In one of the Packers groups I'm in, they'll create a giveaway and everything, and then it's just like, put a 1 down, put your name down, whatever it is. And then at the end of it, they'll go back through and they'll look at all the people who've entered and look at their group activity and then just boot them out. Just kick them out of the group. That's how they flush the group.
God.
I'm like, yeah, that's smart, because those people literally only surface when shit's being given away. I don't put my name in freebies ever. If I do, it's because it's something that I actually would like to have. But if it's somebody that I haven't dealt with before or haven't chatted with them even a little bit, I'm not going to join their freebie, because I don't want our first message communication is, hey, you wanted my freebie, what's your address? I don't want that to be our first introduction.
No, I think the only way I would have entered any of that stuff was if it was somebody, a guy there, a card that somebody I knew would have really wanted. I'm like, okay, I can. Like, even then, you feel bad because if I haven't bought from you, why do I want to fucking, like you said?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear. Here you go. Then let's start the conversation.
Or like you said, where you like know that you know somebody that would really like that. If they're in the group, I'll say 1 for so and so.
Yeah.
My spot will just be theirs.
Sort of like, again, like a Raz, you get a 10 spot, and then it's like, okay, Eric Berry, 101. Well,
yeah,
you get 3, I get 3, Steve gets 2, somebody else gets 2. It's like, but it's all going, whoever wins, we know where it's going. It's going to Smitty. So, I mean, but that's the.
I mean, that's where this came from. This was a Raz that got listed, and I bought 4 spots, and Smitty bought 4 spots for me, because I would have liked to have bought it outright, but at that time I didn't have that kind of money. And I bought 4 spots. John bought 4 for me. He would have bought in the last 6, but somebody had taken 2 in between me taking 4 and him going there. Somebody managed to get into. So that was a random. I was sweating bullets.
No.
Very much so. It's like, oh my gosh, because I felt bad that John put money up. Not that I was going to lose money. If I lost money, it is what it is. But I don't want somebody trying to win something for me and losing money too. But luckily got it. I can't remember the year, but I know the day. It was Mother's Day, because I had taken my mom somewhere. We were out to eat on Mother's Day whenever the random ran. So I've had it was probably, I'd have to go back and look at videos, because I'm sure there's a video of me getting this card on YouTube somewhere. But I'm assuming somewhere around 2014, 2015, because it's a 2013 card.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I know
later than 20. No, and I'm glad about not being on there. I can't even imagine now how much that shit is littered with just snakeskin, unnumbered parallels, and zebra thing.
Well, and truthfully, outside of like the Packers group that I'm in, the Packers card group that I'm really active in, that's the only group that Razes are done in anymore.
Okay.
At least as far as the groups that I'm in, it's all gone to basically deal, no deal type situations. Okay. There's very few Razes because they're time consuming. Then you got to collect all the money. Then you got to run a video. And most people just don't want to deal with that. But it's funny in the Packers group, anytime, because I don't run Razes. I put my stuff up. I put them at fair prices. I'll make a whole list of, 15, 20 cars for sale. And it's just, I hate that, I'm like, oh, I got some notifications. I go and look at them, and every one of them is line it. Like, no, I'm not running a Raz situation here. How about you stop being a cheap prick and actually buy a fucking card you want? It's so irritating. Or they'll win it in a line, and then as soon as they get it in, they're trying to line it again. It's like, no, it was hard for them to fill it the last time. We're not going to fill it for you. If you don't join if you didn't want it.
Right.
Go sell it elsewhere.
Yeah. They were fun though, and back in our time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another thing though too. Watching these card show videos. Okay, you got $250 on the fucking card in the case. If the dealer's lucky enough to tag it with a price.
Yeah.
Two things. The communication between just two people looking at a fucking phone. And I mean, you're sitting there and scrolling through comps. If it looks like it's within reason, I don't need to hear, well, there's one at 195. Well, that was like an outlier. This one's at 260. Well, to take, what is it, the mean of something? You take the high and the low, get rid of them, and then you...
Yeah.
the average, the true average or whatever it would be. It's like, okay, comps look like 220. Well, would you do 200? I've got 250 on there. I would do 220.
Yeah.
Well, I could only do 200. I'm like,
okay.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
And that's where I'm kind of like, JT's pretty steadfast in with what he wants on a card. It's not going to be a lot of wiggle room because it's pretty much right at the price of eBay minus whatever, $10.
Yeah.
And if you want it off eBay, taking a chance A, it gets lost, B, it's not the actual card you got. Could be card with defects that you didn't see. That's fine. I think all three of us, I'm going to pay if I want something and I see it, and it's okay, let's say it's some number to 99. So it's something that there's something out there. If I see it's numbered to 99, I'm going to buy it there for $10 to $20 more. After I inspect it, okay, it's clean card. Because guess what? I've got it here.
Yeah.
I take a chance to get it from there, that it looks like this. Is $20 worth it? Yes. Sure, that might be something down the road, but if it's something you've been looking for, something that you're like, this price is really on point. And again, yeah, there's a little wiggle room I could do. Like you said at the Hope Solo, take $10 off.
Yeah.
You take $10 off. I'm good. I don't need to sit there and knock you down. Hey, it's $250. Would you take two? I'm not taking $50 off the fucking card because unlike all these other kids who've been told to scavenge for like every penny you can,
Right.
I understand business. I understand you're paying for this table. I understand you're paying for travel. Again, you chose to do this, but at the same time, I still understand without you currently here putting your money into it, I wouldn't have the opportunity to get this card.
Yep.
So I'm willing to pay. Take $10 off. Okay, whatever. I don't care. That's fine.
Yep.
But I'm not trying to sit there and just like rake you over the coals because, and then go, okay, no, I could go down to 230. Well, could you? I just can't go past 210. And then you do like a stupid flip, a coin flip, or like, well, no. Stop nickel and diming down to like $5 increments. I'm like, holy fuck. Get a real job so you have some money you can put into this and not sit there and say, well, we're $10 apart. And you sit there on camera and I'm like, holy fuck. Go to like the food shelf or like a soup kitchen or something because this is bullshit. Yeah. Fucking $10 and you're sitting there and like actually looking up again comps or whatever. I'm like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I want it to
That's
be
why the collectors aren't on.
I want it to be a pleasant experience. I don't want every dealer going when they see you coming.
Yeah,
I don't want dealers to go, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to deal with this guy right now. Because you know what the game's gonna be. Whereas I'd rather just, pay up on something you want. If it's something that you're eyeing just to, maybe move down the road, whatever. But if it's something you actually want, don't worry about the $20-$30 you feel like you're paying a little more than you wanted to, because you're getting it right now. It's in your hand. It's in your, why else did you come to the card show?
Right.
Should have stayed at home and search on eBay and Facebook.
yeah.
Well, and the other aspect of it, if it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If it's something that you want and you're sitting there going, this guy is smoking a crack pipe, different situation. But at the end of the day, if you're quote unquote $20 apart in your mind, it's worth it. Because again, if it's X amount of money, it also doesn't have to go to authentication. Like,
Yeah.
There's so many other positives to just pay it up and be able to walk away and still be satisfied and happy. Yeah. Okay. So maybe somebody says that you overpaid. How many times have we said they can go fucking pound sand because that's their opinion?
Yeah.
I'm happy. I got what I wanted. I thought it was reasonable. Go fuck off.
Yep.
Because who are you to say that I overpaid for something that I wanted?
Yeah.
Like, just mind your business, shut your mouth, and leave me be.
Yep.
Because again, at the end of the day, it's what I wanted.
Yep.
It's not what you wanted.
It's my money.
I'll say J.G. Wentworth. It's your money. You spend it how you want to spend it.
You're damn right.
I don't care if you go to the dollar box and spend $200 on 100 on like 300 cards. That the dealer's like, okay, you're spending 200 or whatever, 300. I'll knock it down 100 just because I'm getting rid of a ton of shit that I don't want.
Right.
Who cares? It doesn't fucking matter. Not everybody, again, is clout chasing and needs to get the best Willie Mays, the best Mickey Mantle. I mean, again, it's a human centipede of fucking content in collecting, because nobody can fucking think outside of a box where, oh, this guy put up a Mantle video and he's got 4,000 views. I'm going to do that and I get 38. Well, everybody knows you're fucking following. You don't have an original thought in your body. And especially between the years. So shocking that nobody gives a fuck about you, because you can't be a genuine person. You can't be an original creation. You have to be some sort of tracing paper fucking Temu version of somebody else. Like, just, we've said it, it's been said for fucking how long? Do what? Collect what you want.
Yep.
I grumble a lot about that, but it's always something with that, where somebody's got to chirp in there. $45 for a Josh Johnson. Yeah, I didn't spend $3,000 on a Willie Mays at National. I wouldn't if I did.
Yeah.
If I had them. I
Yeah.
mean,
Because it doesn't interest you.
no. I mean, it's a cool card. Great. Again, when you sit there, and then I like the transparency of letting folks know, but I also think that you're trying to kick yourself up a notch by, I got that kind of money to spend. Good. Great. Don't care.
There's a lot of people out there that probably could do the same thing. They choose not to.
Oh, 100%.
So, like, what's the point?
They lack in other areas of life, and that's what they need to justify themselves and feel value and validated.
Well, and that's probably 100% accurate, 99.9% of the time. Yes, I know that didn't math, but that was the whole point.
Well,
For those who are curious.
it's that new man.
But things continue to blow my mind, and and not to go back to the whole overpaying for stuff. All three of us on this screen can all probably say that there was an instance or two or three in which even we felt we overpaid for something.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. But
Also correct.
But even in casual conversation, hey, I was finally able to knock this down, but yeah, it cost me more than what it probably should have.
Mm-hmm.
And then you may get probably, but hey, do you feel good about it? Yes. Well, then that's all that matters. So
Or not really, but I have it.
There's that too. But we've all been friends long enough to where we could probably say, yeah, you probably did because you're feeling that way. So, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But congratulations, great pickup. I'm happy you finally got it. It's
well, and we all have our lane of what we know as far as the stuff that we buy. We know it so intimately that if I feel like I overpaid on something, you're probably, like you said, one of the others is going to go, well, then, yeah, you probably did. You would know.
Yep.
But if
Again,
it's something that's
congrats.
rare and never comes up for sale, you just don't ever see it, you buy it. Just do it. Do better on another deal somewhere else.
And that's what I was going to say. Yeah, you might have overpaid on this one, but I know there's something else you got for like pennies on the dollar, and you're like, I'm fucking stoked, and we can't do cartwheels, but we're trying.
Yeah.
It's like it usually evens out, and sometimes usually to the good, because we're not sitting there and, oh, it's a Patrick Mahomes vertical kaboom. I'll get PSA 9. I'll buy that for $8,000. What?
Yeah.
Fair?
And like we talked about on last week, the Clay Matthews 2012 finite Jim and 10 that sold for $18,000. I originally bought that card for under $200. It was like $188 or $189. I won it on eBay for that. When I went to sell it, I essentially sold that card for $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then it immediately got turned around and sold on eBay for $3,000. Then somebody graded it, and now it sold for $18,000. Yeah, it stings to think that I could have had that much money, but I wasn't going to take the time to get it graded and then send it off to an auction house because it wasn't on eBay. It was an auction house. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I obviously could have made more money on it, but I was into it so cheap that it didn't matter.
No.
I was happy with the money I got with the stuff that I have sold because I owned that stuff for so long that I had no money into it in comparison to what they sell for now.
Right. But that wasn't, you didn't buy it at said price hoping that you would sell it for X amount of money either.
No.
Because your initial thought process was, I'm going to keep this one just because it's black finite. It's first round, like big deal. But then your thought process, your collecting ideology shifted and changed, and you wanted to go this path. So what's the best way to go that path? Most people would kill for an $800 profit on something.
Yeah.
So, like from
Get
that
5
perspective,
times my money. That doesn't happen much in this hobby.
exactly. So, from that perspective, yeah, you fucking kicked ass and you put it into something that you 100% wanted.
Yeah.
And how many times have we all said this? Like, we don't know how you do it. More power to you. Like, I think it's awesome because it keeps your collection fresh and exciting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows you to get into things that you normally wouldn't have been able to
Correct.
otherwise. So
yeah. I would look at other stuff and wouldn't even think about buying it because I'm like, the moment I spend the money and buy that, the clay that I'm looking for is going to pop up. And then I'm not going to have the money for it. So it was just all about clay, which was fine. That was fine for me for over a decade.
Yep.
And then it stopped.
Yeah.
And it was no longer enjoyable. Not to mention the fact because the stuff I really wanted was older and has never surfaced in the 11, 12 years I was collecting them. Didn't surface. And then the stuff that was coming out of the new products, I either didn't like or it got to the point where it was RAM stuff, and I really don't want that.
Right.
So I had to figure out, what am I going to do? Am I just going to sit around and hope that 1 or 2 cards pop up in a year?
Yeah.
And I can buy them? Is that going to be enough for me to still enjoy the hobby of picking up so few things so far apart? And if it happens to be something that hits auction, then I got to go through the stress of making sure that I win it. And if I don't win it, how am I going to feel about that?
Right.
So that's why I had to change. It was either sell everything and be done, or figure out a new way to have fun with this.
Right.
And now I'm having more fun than I ever have.
Which is, at the end of the day, that's
exactly.
That's what it's all about. Because again, as we all say, collect what you like, collect what you enjoy. Everybody's journey is different. And it doesn't matter how you choose to collect. You can collect one way today, and tomorrow you could sit there and go, you know what? No, like I'm going to completely change and I'm going to go this path.
Yeah.
Or, 50 years down the road, you've done all this. And then it's like, no, I still want to keep doing this. Now I'm going to go this path. Like, it all ebbs and flows. Like,
well, look at Drew, Lefty NDV 10. Drew was a big collector of Freddie Freeman and Chipper Jones and Dale Murphy, Greg Max, all the Braves that we all grew up watching and loving. And that was his team. That's who he collected, were those players. And now he has literally one of the best T206 collections in the world.
Yep.
And I don't know if you guys had followed his last few videos over the last month, where he literally got one of the big 4 from the T206. That he got one that was on top, just one of the 4 that he just never figured he would.
Yep.
And it happened at National.
Yep.
And that's so awesome. And he was able to purchase it because he sold off a Freddie Freeman Topps Chrome rookie autograph rainbow. Not the full rainbow, but close to it. He sold that, had a big wad of cash, and at dinner jokingly mentioned one of those cards, and one of the guys at the dinner just happened to have one. And it was looking to move it.
Yep.
It's like,
good things happen to good people.
Correct.
And I stand behind that.
Yeah. And I know literally next to nothing about that set, but I love watching his videos talking about it.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, it's it's very enjoyable for me. And I'll likely never own a T206 card.
Right.
Because I mean, I have no connection to them per se. I don't have a baseball team that I root for, and definitely don't have one that was around over 100 years ago.
Right.
So I don't have any, like, oh, I'm going to go collect all the Cubs cards that are in the set, or all, that type of thing.
Yep.
But
No, if I saw one for like $20 and it was beat to shit, and it's like, okay, to have one, I don't know who the dude is.
yeah,
If he's got a big mustache on there, hey, I'll have this for a while and probably send it to Bob, because that'll be a Bob Lewis type of card. I could say I had a T206, and that's all I need to say. I don't know the difference between. I mean, I know the difference it says on the back, but like
if
the
I'm not
caramel back, like the different colors of the back, like the behind the players.
mm-hmm. If I'm
I
not
know how
mistaken, isn't there only one T206 card with a guy with a mustache? I think that might be the case.
Steve isn't on camera. I'm gonna give you his line. Don't get me to lie.
Yeah.
I
For
have
some
no
reason,
clue.
I feel like there's only one guy in the set that has facial hair, and Drew has mentioned that card being popular, not because the guy was a good player, but because he's the guy with the
There's
mustache.
something different. But yeah, that'd be like the one I got. Or something. It just looked different. I mean, no other reason than that, because again, the guys that I know obviously are out of our fucking price range.
Yes.
And there we are. And then
there you go.
So it's something cool, but at the same time, it's not like I'm sitting there and looking, okay, what can I find? What's a low? And that would be one where I would want SGC grade, because those cards for me in that slab, that's what they should be. That's how I think I'll always equate vintage as SGC. And not the Beckett vintage, which was a massive flop.
Yeah.
PSA doesn't do anything for me at all. It's the old SGC label that I would want.
Yeah.
Of just anyone in the one, or somewhere it doesn't look like I wiped my ass with it. I mean, just something where paper loss is a minimum. I don't care if there's pinholes in there. I just feel like something cool.
Yeah.
Again, to have something that's over 100 years old in card form. I can go back like to the Allen Ginter stuff, like the flags or stuff like that from like the late 1800s. That stuff's cool too. I've looked at that. It's like,
yeah, I don't want a PSA 8 or 9 of those cards. I want it to look like it's over 100 years old.
Yeah. I want it to be in somebody's like shoe, then a bike spoke, then in their fucking dresser drawer for the last 60 years or something.
Yep.
I don't need to have it like held by Vanna White and like, this is the best card ever. Nope. I don't want to say it adds character. That it doesn't, but it just adds to like the authenticity of the age of it. When you see bends, creases, pinholes, dog-eared corners, whatever, stuff of that nature. So, but yeah, there aren't many. More of those folks, I think, collect because again, that's such an iconic set. But a lot of that stuff, I think, becomes available because folks can't get the big four, because the big four are not in anybody's price range anymore. I mean, those are, again, I don't know. I'm guessing a new car, if not a new house.
Yeah.
Depending on where you live. So, at some point, does the completionist of these collectors say, you know what? I'd love to get it. Last three, like Drew's got, or do you just sort of sit there and say, well, this is sort of where the journey I now expect ends. If any of these three come into the collection, I would be beyond thrilled. But a Honus Wagner coming into that, That's a mansion in Malibu Hills.
Yeah.
So I well, it's not complete though, Tyrone. It's we still got the last four, but financially for most folks, it would have to be complete because again, try to tell your partner, whoever you're with, if you got a partner, anyone, hey, I just spent $2 million on a Honda Wagner. For about 5 minutes, that'd be cool and be like, did you win the lottery recently or a Powerball at 1 billion come your way? I mean, if that happens, hey, do what you got to do because that money ain't going to be there forever, and that's something you can work with. But in 99.9% of everyday experiences, you're not going to be able to or afford the. I don't know if it was like a Matheson, that Honus, and I don't remember the other two that were in it. I mean, I don't think it was Knapp, Lajoie, but
I don't. It's not even Christy Mathewson.
okay.
I think Wagner's the only super big, like a name that's recognizable. I think the other ones are just severely short printed, very difficult to find.
I know. I watched the video because it was.
Yeah, I just can't remember.
And again, that's no knock on you. It's stuff that I don't know. It's not my wheelhouse of knowledge, so
Yeah.
not like I could go off and rattle off odd numbers of 96 Pacific or 97 score or whatever. I mean, I'll remember that shit, but that stuff I collect, that stuff I've always collected, that stuff I enjoy. So 2 out of 3 there. I enjoy the old stuff, but I don't collect it, so I don't have a clue about provenance in the hobby for specific non. Yeah, and that one too.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about on the show last time. I freaking love this card.
So cool.
It makes me want to buy more Lawrence Taylor cards. I have 2 now. I have this one. I have the face mask card, and I'm like, I still want more.
Just do a patch auto for out there. Limited might have something.
Yeah, and he has an impeccable Master Strokes card that I would like to have. But yeah, some of the older sets, old NT. There's a helmet auto from 06 NT, numbered out at 8. That's on eBay. It's like $700, which is too much. It's more than I want to pay. So I was like, yeah, it's a cool card, but no thanks.
I think what I've got of Alex. I think I got a jumbo patch of an 06, 25.
Yeah.
Somewhere among the boxes, one of the warehouses.
Warehouse 627592, right?
Right next to the one I went through the other night.
97. It's not 92. It's not 92. It's 97. My bad.
Digging for Jim Brown's. I didn't even pull out all the Randy Moss stuff. That was like where all that stuff was hiding too. The patches that I've got of him.
I just want to go through those boxes.
Right?
I mean, I would get the rundowns messaged to me after each auction or Facebook auction night, and he'd show me all the stuff he won. I'm like, oh my God, man. I mean, it's all the cool stuff.
Yep.
It's all the Hall of Fame and Legend relics and autos, and now they're from products that are, 20 plus years old.
And back then, stuff was reasonable.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's some of it's asinine.
Yeah, and it isn't even due to Well, I guess it's kind of an, an effect from the influencers and everything. The people that like the stuff that we like pay a lot of money for it now because it's finite.
Correct.
They're not making any more. These Fanatics isn't going to make this stuff.
No.
Exactly.
So
they've got a warehouse. They got a warehouse full of event-worn jerseys that are going to be popped in these cards.
You've basically got from, about 2000 to about 2015 is when that stuff kind of started going away. So you got a 15-year section of the hobby where you're going to be able to find this stuff from, and that's it. They're not making more of it.
No.
Yep.
Yes, Mike, we at some point, Steve, Vinny, and I still need to read the book. And that's the one thing I forgot on the camping trip. I had the book sitting right there, and I got to read, if not half of it. Just start getting this thing going, and forgot it. So setting up the camp and getting stuff out. I got my notebook. I got the deck out, and okay, I can get through some. If I can get through 93 and 94, I'll be happy. And then I'm like, fuck, I didn't bring the Pacific one. Kramer's Choice.
Yep. Yeah,
that
that
was that earlier on too. That was something I wanted to do on the camping trip, was at least knock out a handful of chapters.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the caveat, and Jeff knows, like,
yeah,
we wanted to read the book before we brought him back because we wanted to talk more about the book.
uh-huh.
I mean, that was the whole point that we had him on the first time, was all because of the book. And in order to have him back, we have to do our due diligence and make sure we read the fucking book.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we could get him on. We could get him on, but I mean, what the hell point? What good does it do? Because I mean, we're back at the fucking starting line. So.
And the question will come: have you guys read the book? Nope.
Nope.
Then
why not?
Okay, then.
I'm sure we could. Jeff could probably get him to come back on and just literally show fucking cards.
Yeah.
I'm sure that could be a possibility. Granted, if he has good connection where all his stuff is. So and don't think that we haven't thought about not really asking. It's more along the lines of casual conversation, because that's how it came up in the first place. We know Jeff and Kramer are very close. We know that because he shared that.
Yeah.
But we didn't ask him if he thought that we could have Mike on the show. He offered to talk to Mike Kramer and see if he would mind coming on the show and talking about the book. So we always talk about organic growth and not trying to beg and plead until like people give in. That's not what we're about. That all happened organically, and it made it that much more enjoyable for us, which we also hope made it more enjoyable for those people who either watched it live or watched it in the archives. Because, like, to this day, outside of the Christmas episodes, just because they're fun, it's some of the jabs we give at each other, and it's about the giving. It's about making somebody's day that much better. But that is by far one of my favorite shows. And
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
a lot of and yes, it has a lot to do with the fact that we didn't have to say much. Because honestly, those make it so much easier for us.
Yeah, we're not sitting there and having to come up with stuff or anything like that. Obviously, Jeff and his connection with Mike, it helps. So,
Yep. And I mean, Jeff's offered to reach out to other people, other hobby people. And, I know Dave and Vinny talk to Jeff more than what I do. Uh, and it's not that we don't want to, it boils down to timing. It's got to be the right moment, the right time in order for something else to transpire.
mhm.
Because I know, and so does Dave. I don't know if Michael knows, but we were supposed to have a well-known guest months ago, and it fell through. We'll chat in after hours, Dave, because you look like you're drawing a blank.
You'll
And
have to refresh my memory.
and I'll probably screw it up in regards to exactly like because I won't remember the name, but we'll touch on it briefly. However, since we no longer have a subscription, we just hit 2 hours. Uh, as you know, well, for those who need to know, we're having to pay much more attention to the amount of time. So
I don't know who's in there. Got 3 of those.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Nor could I.
Vinny could tell me about.
Probably.
Oh, I miss soccer.
A couple of those.
Yeah, he and I are still trying to finalize a trade of mostly like I'm moving all the soccer blasters and or megas that I've picked up over the last few years
Oh yeah.
because I know it's something that he would enjoy opening with C.
Mhm.
And he's got some unopened blasters from years that I don't have, so that's part of it. And we haven't been able to sit down and
Hash
iron it yet, hash it out even more. Plus, there's some rookie cards in the mix, stuff that I have that he wants, and vice versa. So we keep reminding ourselves, just for the simple fact that life gets in the way, and I don't want us to forget about it. Not that
Mhm.
we're in any hurry, but the right time has to present itself, and we have to be able to sit down and say, okay, where were we? What did we decide on up to this point, and continue to progress. But we'll let Michael come back before we wrap up for the evening. It was a good show, though. We didn't. We actually talked more topic this week than what we did last week.
I'm, as you can probably tell, I'm trying to make a more concerted effort not to just
I,
go completely off the rails immediately and then.
well, you touched on it at the very end last week, but sometime, if I'm being honest, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but since I feel like I know you pretty well, although you put something up from a topic perspective, things can sometimes deviate depending on things that may transpire, and it doesn't always get updated. So we just kind of leave it be.
Well, yeah, it just depends on, again, somebody in the comments section has something, and we roll on that for a while, and
Yep.
that's more interesting than whatever we were going to talk about. So we just go with that, which is fine too. At least we're talking about something.
That is true too. That is
So-
true too.
But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Appreciate all of you truly coming along this journey. It's nonsense. Remember, like the video. Eric needs to pay. That's always the thing. Eric needs to pay. So I mean, that's the only reason I say that. I don't say hit a notification button, subscribe. I don't say that stuff. So
Well, that's not completely true. Just out of spite, we used to.
well, send us PayPal and cash.
Of course, all in sarcasm, but
Yes,
you can't say that we never say it.
sarcasm.
Yeah, what is that?
We'll take money too and post your
Wooden
checks.
ship.
What was that, Michael?
So I believe it's an old wooden ship.
Could be.
So yeah. Anyway, next, gotta figure out Jeff. I know he likes to come on for the NHL preview. If you're listening,
Oh yeah,
Jeff,
that's
get
right
on.
around the corner.
Get back to me. Next week works. The week after, whatever it is, let me know. If not, I'm sure something in the hobby will ruffle some feathers, or something in the real world. Who knows? It doesn't. Everything's fun now. So
Next week, if we don't have Jeff next week, I will restart the community posts for stuff to open. It's been a few weeks. We're in the middle of the NFL season, so I'll get back to that.
I'm glad people bought Joe Burrow. Whoops. Again, my JJ McCarthy prediction already 2 weeks in, and it looks like dog shit. Hey, that's why I didn't go to FanDuel and put money on there. Don't gamble. So, for Michael, Steve, I'm Dave. This has been the RP. Remember, collecting cards, it is a wonderful hobby, but it is a friendship you forge along the way. That's what really matters. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Night,
everybody.
guys.